At L&M Fine Jewelry, we hand select our diamonds to give you the very best prices possible. Monty knows a great deal when he finds one. Find your great deal at L&M Fine Jewelry.
Your diamond destination.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Samuel Akem here, and I'm back with another one. I appreciate you guys tapping in to once again another breakdown. Today we are talking about Montana versus Morehead State. Now, I wanted to do some breakdowns. I want to do some reactions to some of the other games, but I couldn't find a lot of the video TV copies of some of the games. So we got Montana versus Morehead State today. We're not going to be breaking down this whole game. Obviously, it was a blowout. It's going to be a quick breakdown. My pre-recorded video is already very short. But from the quarterback standpoint, Logan Fife was 9 for 16 for 87 yards, no turnovers, no touchdowns. Kali Ayat was 9 for 11 for 79 yards. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns. So, filling up the stat sheet a little bit from that standpoint. But really, this game against Morehead State was really about the rushing attack of Montana. Mr. Malai Fanati, who's a true freshman, 24 carries, 176 yards, and a touchdown. Eli Gilman, 8 carries for 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't think he even touched the field in the second half. He played a really good game. Nick Osmo, who surpassed 2,000 rushing yards, who also was became tied for number 8 in rushing touchdowns at 22, had 10 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Stevie Rocker Jr. had 3 carries, 58 yards, and a touchdown. And then the rest are quarterbacks. But, really good rushing game for Montana. They rushed for 412 yards on 53 carries. They had 7 touchdowns. I believe when you looked at the stats after the game, they had an average of 7.5 yards per carry. On here, it says 7.8. From the Montana live stats, it said 7.5. But either way, really good game for the rushing attack of Montana. The defense played really well as well. They were able to get to the quarterback at a very high level. So that's going to be something we're going to be paying attention to. Montana won 59-2. I think they tackled better. They got a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. They only had 1 takeaway, but from every aspect, I think they looked really good. I think this is something you expect from this game. So we're going to be looking at the highlights. I'll be talking about some things I learned. A lot of people said you probably wouldn't learn some things from this game. I learned a few things, and I'll be talking about them in the breakdown. So stay tapped in through the whole breakdown. Please hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the like button right now, and make sure you leave me a comment down below of what you thought about the Morehead State game. Let's get straight into it. Okay. Morehead State only finished this game with about 40 yards of offense. So a lot of these are going to be real quick. Riley, a lot of these drives are going to be real quick. I didn't even put any of their drives in the second half on there because I didn't want to watch a bunch of 3 and outs over and over. The defense was dominant, as they should be. They'll play some stiffer competition here coming up soon against Western Carolina, who just got a really tough dub against Elon. So that's going to be a really good game for Montana. Riley Wilson getting straight to it, running through this tight end right here. I mean, this is just pitiful from this tight end. I mean, and these are some of the things that you expect from the Pioneer League. They're a non-scholarship league. So, what level of talent players are they getting to come to their school? Here you go. You got Ryan Terrell on the edge of the defense right here. That tight end getting get back on Noah Cashmitter, but Ryan Terrell coming to clean it up. And, there's a couple hats on the ball right there. Cajo and Jackson Lee right there to clean it up as well. That was on 2nd and 13. Now you got a 3rd and 12 coming up. And they're going to try to throw the bender on the seam right here. It's one-on-one. Might be a bang from this slot guy. But it looks like 4 verts of some sort down here. He looks like he's bending it in. But it's man coverage from Montana. They're dropping 2 out underneath. Maybe not even man coverage. This might be cover 3. It kind of looks like a combo coverage because he's bailing. He's in a 1 high. These 2 are definitely in man. They're dropping in zone in the middle, and he's dropping to a curl flat. So it might be like a combo coverage where they're covering like a quarters over this side and man over this side, but that's what it looks like to me. Either way, it's covered well by Rostad, and Montana's going to get the ball back in pretty manageable and pretty good territory. Pretty good return from Junior Bergen to start the game. This is now the 2nd week in a row. I think either this game or the Missouri State. I think it was the Missouri State game, but Montana started out with this quick out right here, and they're going to get it to Keelan White for a quick 5-yard reception. The receivers did not have a crazy game. I mean, the quarterbacks only threw for 166 yards, but the leading receiver was Keelan White with 5 receptions for 40 yards and a touchdown. He had a really good slant for the touchdown. Stevie Rucker had 2 receptions for 24 yards. Aaron Fonts had 2 receptions for 22 yards. Junior Bergen had 2 for 18. Racanelli had 2 for 17. Xavier Harris had 2 for 16. So the only person that had more than 2 receptions was Keelan White. Eli Gilman had 1 for 12. Jake Olsen had 1 for 9, and Nick Osmo had 1 for 8. So, not really filling up the stat sheet from a passing standpoint. And honestly, I would say if there was any time for you to practice your downfield passing game, I think this game might have been a potential to try to do that, to see what you got in terms of being able to get open down the field. Because, although Xavier Harris has balled the first 2 games, from a receiver standpoint, making play standpoint, nobody's had over 100 yards receiving yet, and we haven't really had that. We haven't really seen that game to where anybody particularly impressed from a receiving standpoint. Now, I have some beef with this throw from Kali Ayat. They're clearly in a cover 6 here. So there's a combo coverage. They're running quarters down here. They're running cover 2 up here. As you can see, they jump into it right there. Half field safety and a flat corner. That's cover 2. They got quarters over here. He's in a quarter. The middle of the field is wide open. You got this maybe hook defender. Maybe he's a curl flat. He's probably a hook defender. He's a hook defender over Junior Bergen. You get this hole shot fade to Keelan White, and it's there. I mean, if you put a good ball there, he can get it. He wasn't able to get his foot down. I don't even know if he made the catch, but he definitely wasn't able to get his foot down. But look at this slant on number 2 on the linebacker by Junior Bergen. He comes wide open. I mean, and this is the throw, man. This is the throw. You don't choose this side. You got 4 over 3 on this side. He's immediately off this side. I like the fact that he chose this side. It's still 3 over 2, but we need to make the right pass. This is the pass right here. On this slant. Yeah. I mean, this is a tough throw. This hole shot fade is a tough throw. Take the easy money right here. You got Junior Bergen on a linebacker. He's one of your better receivers. He can win. He wins fairly easily on this route, and he might score if you give him the ball. That's a missed throw by Kali Ayat for sure. Missed throw. And then they go for it on 4th down. Right here, 4th and 4 to start the drive, and they get it to Junior Bergen on a tight turn out. So looks like they're running an out more concept, so more fade by Keelan White and an out. The reason we call it a tight turn is because Junior Bergen's not gonna run into this flat corner. He's going to tight turn it right there and attack the ball, be quarterback friendly. This is a really good route by Junior Bergen. Really good ball by Kali Ayat, but this is really well done by Junior Bergen. A lot of coaches coach this tight turn, and this is exactly how this tight turn is supposed to look. This is great veteran football by Junior Bergen. He knows what he's supposed to do. He knows where he's supposed to be at, and this is how you want it to look. Tight turn. Let me play it one more time. Tight turn right there. Do not run into that flat corner, and then go attack the ball. And then obviously Junior Bergen's one of the best players in the country with the ball in his hands. So does a little something after the catch. 1st and 10, 11 and a half, close to 12 minutes left in the game. Eli Gilman surprisingly had like 3 hurdles in this game in the first half. They're running split zone right here. Inside zone with the split, the Bam coming across. He's getting the end man on the line of scrimmage, and Eli Gilman comes right behind that hurdle over that safety and almost getting into the end zone. Would have been great if he could have finished it, but he didn't. Next play, Kali Ayat snuck it in the end zone to give Montana the 7-0 lead. Really good job there. Morehead State's got the ball back. They're going to hand it off, and they're doing much of nothing with that. The Montana D-line was right there. You got Noah Cashmitter holding the edge right here. Not so sure who this is. Oh, yeah, Pat Hayden busting through the line, kind of creating some chaos in there. Hayden Harris get in there, who had 2 sacks, and then Riley Wilson clean up as well. Everybody kind of getting in on the party right there. This is what you want to see from that Montana defense. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're going to run. Not so sure if he was supposed to. This kind of looks like a spot, kind of like a spot concept. So you really want him inside a little bit more on that spot. You got your horizontal stretch, and then you got your corner route by your number 2 receiver. He's a broken arrow guy, just so you guys know. Trevin Clank, young bull. I never played with him, but he did go to Broken Arrow. Brought the first state championship to my high school. Thank you, sir. Either way, spacing, kind of like a spacing concept, but horizontal stretch, spot route at 5 yards, but you want to kind of come inside. He didn't really go inside, and maybe that's how they coach it. I don't know how they coach it at Morehead State. I am not there, but you essentially have 2 guys running to the same spot if you run it like that. So I gotta believe he's supposed to come inside. He did not, but it's a man coverage for Montana. The only thing you really have in man coverage right here is you can really hit the arrow, the flat right here. He's open like now, but you got 2 maroon jerseys kind of around him. The corner has to win, and the corner did win. The corner did win right here. So, you have that, but I think they called a holding here. I think they called something here. Because I believe this came back, but really good route from the receiver of Morehead State, broken arrow receiver of Morehead State, and but that is gonna get overturned. Here you go. You got a 1st and 15 coming up, and Montana's gonna get some pressure, and one thing happens. It bounces off of Morehead State center. Is that the center? No, that's the guard. Bounces off the Morehead State guard. Is that the guard? Let me see. No, that's the center. It's bounced off the Morehead State center's head, and Hayden Harris is right there. Johnny on the spot to get the interception. Great start to the game for Montana. Tough start for Morehead State. Really good play right there. Really good play. Right place, right time. Here you go. Montana's in an empty formation. Morehead State's in a cover 3, which is something that they ran quite a bit of. And Kali Ayat's going to get some pressure. And, he's going to have to scramble a little bit. So Morehead State, they're going to bring a late pressure from this linebacker here. They're rushing their 4 linemen, and then they're bringing a pressure from this linebacker. Liam Brown's kind of trying to move his feet. You don't want to cross over. Any coach will tell you, when you cross over like that, you've lost. You got to stay in that wide stance, shuffle to get back in front of them. Trust your technique, trust your shuffle, trust that you'll be able to get back in front of them. But when you sidestep like that and cross your feet like that, when you get in that position, and anywhere in football, you're lost. You gotta have a little better technique. Ayat saves the play and does not take a loss there. I think he actually gained a yard, so good from that standpoint. Here you go. Running a little zone right here. And Nick Osmos falling forward as he does, running guys over and getting good yardage on 2nd down. Making it a 1st and goal. Here you go. 1st and goal coming up. Inside zone once again. And Osmos getting inside. Nick Osmos getting inside the 2-yard line. Down on the 2 maybe. Here you go. Another run. But it's an RPO. This RPO is interesting because Ayat has to trust. He threw this route a couple times in this game, and he has to trust that your receiver is going to win. You have to trust that your receiver is going to win because he's a right-handed quarterback, and this is a left-sided. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter if he was left-handed or right-handed. It's the running back's on the left side, so he's going to have to turn that way. They're running split zone with an RPO on the backside, slant and a fade on the backside. It's probably, slant and a fade on the backside. Keelan White freezes the defender and wins and gets wide open. Really good ball from Kali Ayat. But, this is interesting because you got to trust that your receiver is going to win. You have to have trust in your receiver that he's going to win because you're turning your back. If you turn back around and he's not where you expect him to be, you might have to run. You might have to throw the ball in the back of the end zone. Who knows? But Keelan White won. Really good route here. Check it out. Freeze the defender, stick, move, and, he got in the end zone. Really good job. First touchdown of his senior campaign for Keelan White. Really good job. So Montana, this play was interesting. I didn't put the kickoff on here, but the Morehead State guy fielded the ball at the 1 and then stepped back into the end zone and took a knee. And I personally thought that should have been a safety. They called it down on the 1-yard line. I don't think that was officiated correctly. I don't know the rules, so, I may be wrong. But I thought potentially that this was supposed to be a safety. That's just my 2 cents, though. I didn't put the play on here, so we're not going to watch it anyway. 2nd and 9 coming up. Montana bringing some pressure as they do. They got 5 on the line of scrimmage, so 2 of their linebackers are playing on the edge. Safety's playing real low. They're trying to stop that run. They're playing man on the back end of things, and they're going to complete it, man. This is I think this was their only 1st down of the game because they were, no, I don't want to say only 1st down, but this might have been one of their only 1st downs of the game. They did not get a lot of first downs in this game. It was very rough for Morehead State during this game. But the fade route, they're running 3 verts here. They're keeping everybody else in the protection. So protecting max protect back here with the line, with the tight end and the running back, and then running 3 verts with everybody else, and they completed it to number 81. That was one of their only successful plays of the game. Here you go. You got the blitz coming in from, who's that? Riley Wilson coming through the middle, bringing a little pressure. They're running a stunt on the back end of things. Anders Learman and Pat Hayden. No, that's not Pat Hayden, number 90. And they're going to corral to get him in the backfield. 2nd and 11 coming up from Morehead State. They're going to run not RPO, but a play action. This might be RPO, actually. They got the verts, the hitch and the seam put on the back end of things. The quarterback throws it to the outside. The receiver honestly he's open. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's open. TJ Roush kind of got his eyes in the backfield. Which is what you want to do with the RPO. The quarterback, Janal, got what he wanted with this receiver. I think this is Ryan Up, their number 1 receiver. He's there, and you just got to put the ball on him. The quarterback really was uncomfortable all day from, the Montana. I mean, there's not really a lot of pressure on him in this play, but, he seemed to be uncomfortable and wasn't able to hit because there was some windows for him to hit some passes, and, he wasn't able to connect with them. 3rd and 11 coming up for Morehead State. And Montana's only going to rush 4. They're going to drop everybody else out in the coverage. And they're going to try to throw it across the middle. Once again, he might have had this guy open to some standpoint. And, he just airmailed it. He's got a little bit of pressure in his face. I think this is Hank Noose coming in there, creating a little bit of pressure right before he lets the ball go. But, there's a window for him to hit that pass right there. He does not. They punt it away. Montana's got the ball back at the 29-yard line. Handing it off to Eli Gilman, who's going to get busy once again, running looks like a outside zone or stretch. Looks like stretch right here. And Eli Gilman's going to find the hole. Lineman working in there. Maybe a hold right here. Maybe a little bit of a hold right there. It's not going to get called, but might have been a justifiable hold right there. Another hurdle by Eli Gilman. Little, not as big as the first one, but, getting upfield close to the 50-yard line on the run. Really good job right there. Eli Gilman, most of his runs were all chunk runs. He was doing a really good job of that. So this is the play, man. This is the play, and we're gonna break this one down, man. So this is a basic sail concept that Montana runs all the time. They're gonna play action into it. They got the orbit motion. They're keeping the tight end in to protect up at the top up here. They're in 11 personnel. A lot of times when they run this sail concept, the inside guy is running the sail, and the outside guy is running the take post. So take meaning just take the top off the defense. So you're trying to take that corner out of there and also potentially that safety out of there. And then you have an arrow flat that's usually going to hold the underneath coverage. So you have that window to throw this sail route. I do like the way the Montana gets into this sail concept. They get into it by a switch release. So you're going to switch release. Aaron Fonts here is still going to run the take post, but he's coming to it from a different angle. And then you have Junior Bergen running the sail route from the outside. So they switch release into it. Junior Bergen gets a free release and into the sail. The thing about it is, you really get the right coverage too, because Morehead State looks like they're in a cover 3 coverage here. So a deep middle safety. He's in a third here. This corner really just makes a really good play. But from the standpoint of Ayat, I don't know really what he's really staring it down over this side. I mean, I don't know. If you look at his eyes, he kind of looks like he's looking in the middle of the field and, then makes his eyes too. The corner really makes a good play. The corner's in a deep third and he jumps the sail concept. If you really think about the where he is in this coverage, this isn't really his responsibility. You wouldn't think that would be him who would be taking this. But really, when you see that corner trying to jump it, you really want to throw this arrow to the running back. Just check it down, get what you can. Don't make it into a bad play. It wasn't a bad play to start. You could have just checked it down, and you end up throwing the sail that was jumped by this corner. And it ends up being an interception for you. Really good catch by this corner, but he made a really good play. He seems to be in a third, and just jumped it. He might even, I mean, it's so hard to tell because you can't see what they're in up here, but they definitely got coverage over top of him. They definitely got, or underneath him. They got a couple of defenders covering the same zone, it seems like. Seems like he's in a curl flat, or he's in a flat, he's in a curl flat, he's in a hook. I mean, they got a lot of guys in the same spot. There's like really like 2 defenders over top and underneath him. He still trying to fit it in there. Good play by the corner. Good interception by him. So Morehead State's going to take over at the 29-yard line, at their 29-yard line. It's going to drop back to pass, and guy is out of bounds. Covered well by Ronald Jackson Jr. There's no space to make that catch. That's particularly tough when you start on the bottom of the numbers running a fade route. If the corner does any type good job of, pushing you out, it's going to be tough for you to make that play. 2nd and 10 coming up, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. And once again, they're trying to throw a slot fade. Montana ran a lot of man coverage to start this game. And, I think they were really testing Morehead State. They said, we're going to run man coverage. We're going to see if you can hit it. We're going to bring pressure, and we're going to make your quarterback uncomfortable. Their quarterback was very uncomfortable and wasn't able to hit any of those deep shots. Krishawn Gordon on the coverage right there on Ryan up, and they're not going to be able to complete that pass on 2nd and 10. 3rd and 10 coming up for Morehead State. Dropping back, and quarterback takes a hit. Quarterback takes a major hit from, I can't even see who that is. It might be Riley Wilson. I think it's Riley Wilson coming in on the hit, and Ronald Jackson Jr. on the coverage. They're going to end up throwing a flag on him here. I think they're going to call pass interference. That is one thing that, I have noticed from Ronald Jackson Jr. He's got to be the most penalized guy on this team so far this season. He had 2 pass interference calls last week against North Dakota. He had 1 pass interference call, maybe 2 against Missouri State, and he got 1 against Morehead State. So that's definitely something that they need to look about getting cleaned up. I don't know how you got to play cleaner, but you have to try to find a way not to get a pass interference call every week. You got to find a way to play cleaner. Here you go. You're going to get the naked boot here on Morehead State. They're going to get it to the receiver, Ryan Up, on the over. So you got the over, the post here. It looks like, once again, Montana is in man coverage. Looks like they're trying to bring some pressure. Caho's going to blitz. Everybody else is in man. Covering the tight end, covering the running back over there. And they're going to get the first down on the over. Good ball from Janal. Handing it off on a little inside zone. Split zone. And they get about 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up. Split zone once again. And everybody's there. Particularly Noah Cashmere is there making the play. Getting through there. He came from right here. Noah Cashmere getting in there and disrupting things. Being a disruptor. Really good job right there. Here you go. 3rd and 6 coming up for Morehead State. Looks like Janal's going to scramble. And Rostad's going to push him out. But can't really see the downfield coverage. Once again, Montana's going to bring some late pressure with Ryan Tyrrell. And he's not able to get there. And that provides a lane for them to get their first down. Really good job. 1st and 10 for Morehead State. They're going to hand it off on the outside zone. And Montana's rushing to the ball. This seems to be a recurring thing with Vi Cajo. Just overrunning things, missing tackles, putting his head down when he goes to make a tackle. Obviously, he's the one who kind of makes first contact, so he kind of starts everything off with people getting to the ball. But it'd be great if instead of missing the tackle, he made the tackle. You see this quite a few times with him. Just an observation I've had over the first couple of weeks. 2nd and 8 coming up for Montana. Little play action. Maybe not even a play action. Might be an RPO. But you're going to run this running back on this wheel concept. Maybe not. Maybe it is you got linemen blocking downfield. That's what makes me think it's an RPO. But you got your running back on this wheel, and he's really open. The quarterback just doesn't hit it. You kind of got Ronald Jackson. Montana's going to bring a cat blitz here. So they went cat blitz here. So I think this is TJ Roush is going to cover for him. You got a middle third from your safety, and then, a third down here. So it really becomes it really is just a cover 3, but you get to it in a little different way because you're bringing the cat blitz. Ronald Jackson Jr. seemed to be kind of hesitant to really go in there and rush in there because of the pass, but they're going to be unsuccessful on that. I think he had a lane to hit this guy, but he's not going to be able to complete the pass. Tough ball right there. 3rd and 8 for Morehead State. They're going to try to run it up the middle on a little inside zone. And, Riley Wilson and...
In the Treasure State, University of Montana football is a way of life. Lithia Ford has long been a proud sponsor of Grizz football, and Lithia Ford of Missoula is thrilled to have several of the best Montana football seniors driving the best trucks in Montana. Aspen Sound is the premier car audio and accessory shop in Montana. Aspen Sound makes sure the boys are riding in style with tinted windows and state-of-the-art stereo systems. There's always a party in Montana. Whether you're going to a concert, a wedding, or a football game, the Montana Party Bus will get you there. Skyline Sports and ESPN MT cover the Big Sky with more depth than anyone. Check out SkylineSportsMT.com and tune in to Nuanez Now on 1029 ESPN Missoula every day. My Montana Roots and Wear Your Roots clothing is your go-to spot for the most unique and comfortable lifestyle clothing you'll find anywhere. And get your custom t-shirts to support your favorite player. From 5 local businesses who love Montana, best of luck to the Grizz as they pursue another Big Sky Conference championship.
Pat Hayden are meeting at the running back, meeting at the ball carrier. 4th and 7. I'm not so sure why Morehead, they must not trust their kicker to hit a 40-yarder, but they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it, and he fumbles it when Montana gets the sack, he's going to fumble it. I think that's Hayden Harris getting in there, and don't know who else was the other one getting in there. Hayden Harris and Riley Wilson meeting at the quarterback. Really good job here. It's funny, too, because I don't think Hayden Harris I don't think Riley Wilson got credited with half a sack. I think he only had a tackle 1.5 tackles for loss during the game. I didn't see any sacks on the stats sheet with the Montana Live stats. So that's interesting from that standpoint. But they meet at the quarterback. Really good play there. And almost come up with the fumble recovery. But, Morehead State's going to recover it. 1st and 10 coming up. Following that interception, Logan Fife is in. And Logan Fife is really going to ride it out for the rest of the half. And he's going to start the second half off. And, I have some personal observations about how he played. 1st and 10 here for Eli Gilman handing it off. They're going zone. And he's making a hurdle once again over that. Was that a safety? I think that's a nickel or safety. Hurdling over him. Really good job there from Eli Gilman. And carrying guys down inside the 45-yard line. Here you go. Once again, handing it off. Inside zone. Eli Gilman's going to bounce it. This is something that you saw happen a lot for Montana. They're contained players for Morehead State. We're not the greatest contained players. I mean, they're running split zone here. So essentially, he's trying to kick you out. And I see this guy's trying to bust the split zone. So he's trying to, hammer it down in there so there's no window for him to run. But then there's no contained player, and Eli Gilman just bounces it out, and he's able to get the first down. So interesting from that standpoint. Start of the second quarter. Once again, they're going to run a little read option. These cameramen were getting faked out all day. There's a play later on in this clip, in this cut up of the cameraman getting faked out really bad, but Logan Fife's going to pull it there and rush for the first down. 1st and 10 coming up, 14.5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they're going to throw the swing route over here to Eli Gilman. Really running the spot concept. So Eli Gilman is your horizontal stretch. You got the spot from Racanelli, and then you got the corner from Xavier Harris, and then you got a in route coming in on the backside from Keelan White. They throw the swing route, decent play right there, and Eli Gilman's gonna get forward for another first down. Here you go, 1st and 10 for Montana, and this run, let me tell you right now, Eli Gilman was a Jerry Rice Award winner last year for a reason. He is a monster. He's very great center of gravity. He runs behind his pads. He's got good speed. He's got good agility. But I feel like this guy is the full package in terms of a running back, and this is why. Really good down blocks here from this tight end to really open up that window. Little miss here from Keelan White, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. Would love for him to get that block, but this is about Eli Gilman. Eli Gilman's going to run behind his pads. First off, this linebacker tries to come and make this tackle and just gets absolutely embarrassed. He's on a knee before he even goes to make contact with Eli Gilman. Then he does, and he gets run over. And then, Ryan Simpson doing really good work downfield, blocking downfield. Eli Gilman's going to run into him while he's blocking the safety, and the corner's going to come in and try to help. And then the backside, this is the backside corner. This backside corner is going to try come in and bring him down too. And Eli Gilman just carries them all into the end zone. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's watch it full through one more time. Watch this guy particularly. Just absolutely embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Carrying him into the end zone, driving those legs. Great job. Great job, Eli. Here you go. 22-0 lead for Montana with 13 and a half minutes to go in the second quarter. Just dominance from Montana so far in this game. Inside zone coming up for Morehead State right here. And they're getting about 4 to 5 on first down. We'll give them 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 coming up. Once again, running the ball. And they're running into those Montana defenders. Really good from, who is this? Jace Klusewich. Jace Klusewich has been, throwing his body around defensively. He had a couple of good open field tackles. He had an interception last weekend against North Dakota. I liked what I saw from him last year at corner. Not so sure why they moved him to safety. Maybe they have a lot of bodies at corner, but he's a good football player. He makes plays. He flies around. He does good things. He puts good film. He puts good film out there. He plays hard. Here you go. Running it again on 3rd and 3. Vi Cajo's gonna, have a opportunity to make the tackle here. He kind of trips him up, makes the play, and brings him down. Really good play right there. Really good play right there. On 3rd and 3, keeping Morehead State from getting the first down. That's gonna force them to punt it away. And now you got Montana with the ball once again. Handing it off to Nick Osmo, who broke like 3 tackles on this run and almost scored had he not tripped. 3 broken tackles. Move D lineman, move linebacker, move another maybe safety. I think that's their safety. Yeah, McClellan. That's McClellan right there, their safety. And then, man, just watch him trip over his feet. Oh, you see it right there. Watch that left foot. Oh, hit his right foot and he stumbled. Should have been a touchdown though. 1st and 10. They're gonna give it back to Nick Osmo. And in terms of hard runners, Stevie Rocker's a hard runner, runs behind his pads. Nick Osmo's a very hard runner, bruiser that runs behind his pads. Eli Gilman, your number 1 running back, runs behind his pads, can bruise people up. But watch this run by Nick Osmo. Make him miss, and then the corner's gonna come in here and try to make a tackle and ends up hurting himself just by trying to hit Nick Osmo, who barely moved off of that hit. I mean, barely budged. And your corner is absolutely devastated from that hit. Just beat up, man. Here you go. Outside zone, stretch. Call it stretch to Nick Osmo, who's not going to get a ton of yardage off of that. Gain of no yardage. You're going to run the fake reverse here. Fake in the reverse to Sawyer Racanelli. And, maybe he was supposed to pitch this off because... I don't know, because they're running I believe that they were supposed to pitch this off. Now that I'm watching this fully through, I think he just made the decision to fake pitch it. Because look, I don't know, maybe they're supposed to fake pitch it, but you got the route. Maybe for film purposes, maybe for future opponents, they're trying to make it look like this. I don't know, but Schaefer is open on the backside, and you got Sawyer Racanelli, who could have caught that and thrown the touchdown pass to Schaefer had they actually pitched it off to him. Maybe he just thought that this defender was trying to play the pitch man, and maybe he didn't want to pitch it to him. I don't know. Maybe it is supposed to fake, because you look, Nick Osmo carries out the fake option fake. So I don't know, but even then, that might make me believe that maybe he is supposed to pitch it to Sawyer Racanelli. I mean, why would he run this route if they weren't intending to give it to him? That's my question. Because why would you want to show this on film to your opponents if you weren't intending to throw it? If you run this, you want to throw it. I don't know why they would run this against Morehead State in the first place, no matter what the outcome was supposed to be. But why would you actually have him run the route? Because the All-22 is going to look way more in-depth than what we're looking at, which is the TV copy. Why would you want to put this on film if you weren't intending to throw it? That's my one question. I don't have an answer. Either way, they're going to lose yardage on it. They're going to lose yards on it. 3rd and 13 coming up, and Logan Fife is going to take a sack. So Morehead State's going to rush 5 here, and I would definitely blame this on Nick Osmo right here. Just a miss in protection. Maybe he thought the guard was going to pick this guy up. Maybe he was expecting somebody through the middle to be free. Either way, the guard helps with the center. Essentially, really, all your linemen really should have these, and this is some of the misses in pass protection that you've been seeing with Montana this year. You got a one-on-one here, one-on-one here. You should have a one-on-one here, but they show the faux pressure, which is something that Coach Houck mentioned. So they look like they're rushing 6. You got your running back in protection. You should have it protected. You get the one-on-one back here with Brandon Casey. But they only bring 5, so it really should be protected. But with that faux pressure, they're able to trick Montana, which is what Morehead State wanted to do. You want to show this guy, like this guy's rushing in the middle, he ends up dropping out. And then you end up having 2-on-1 and one gets free. You end up having 3-on-1 essentially with your running back trying to help, and he gets free run to the quarterback and he gets the sack. Tough play there for Montana. Really, really tough play there for Montana. 1st and 10 coming up, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Morehead State's not going to get any yardage. Otlewski here, busting this play up down here from this fullback and making the tackle. Tackle for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for Morehead State. 25-0 lead for Montana. And, man, just a missed tackle by Cajo. I'm not trying to pile on. I'm not trying to pile on. It's just things that you notice. Once again, split zone here. Cajo gets a free run to the rusher. You know, maybe that lineman kind of, I guess he didn't really miss his tackle. The lineman's kind of there to kind of push him out, make it more difficult for him. I guess it was kind of hard to see that lineman. So he didn't miss the tackle. I take that back. And Montana's going to get him for a short gain of maybe 2 yards. 3rd and 8 coming up for Montana. And Ryan Terrell's going to come in and get the sack. So he does not get picked up. He comes late. They have 5 on the line of scrimmage to start this play. They bring them all. They run a stunt. They're bringing 6. So they're running a man coverage, a man. This is a man blitz, and the safeties are going to trade this off. So he's coming across. You got it. Pick it up when he gets across. They actually ended up dropping out one, so they only rushed 5. But you know he's already confused. He's not able to pick it up. This is played really well by Hank Noose. He drives in and gets that guy engaged and then drops out. Right as he does that, Ryan Terrell is able to sneak on the outside of him and get the sack. Really, really good play there. Really good drawn up stunt blitz by Montana as well on the 3rd and 8. That's exactly how you want it to look.
At Five Valleys Restoration, we follow a very strict process of how we do people's individual contents. It starts on site after our team walks in, we've evaluated everything, and we start separating out what can be salvaged, what can't be salvaged. Once we determine what can be salvaged, we have to determine the processes that we want to use. We get everything back to our content cleaning facility. There is one of the processes we use that's a ultrasonic cleaning system called a fire line. It's an assembly line system where we unbox, we open the box, we see what's in it, we go through the inventory of it, we open it up. It then goes through a pre-wash system. It then goes through the ultrasonic system. It goes through a post-wash system, and then it goes through a drying system, comes back around on the assembly line, and is reboxed into a clean box, re-inventoried to make sure everything that was in there when it started is there when it comes through the system, reboxed and ready to go back into storage until it can go back into the homeowner's facility.
Five Valleys Restoration. Respond, restore, rebuild.
Montana's going to take back over on Morehead State's 49-yard line. 6:25 left in the quarter, and they're going to throw the throwback screen to Junior Bergen. He's got the lineman out there blocking ahead of him. Really good recognition for Morehead State. He's not going to get much yardage there on that play. Decent play there. Here you go. 2nd and 4 coming up. Little play action. So here is where my issues are with this play. So you're running the naked boot leg. You got the ghost flat by Stevie Rocker. You got your over coming from Evan Schaefer, your backside tight end. You're in 11 personnel. You got the over coming from your backside tight end. You got the out from Keelan White. He's supposed to get out here. This is kind of like this is a flood concept. They're getting to it a little differently, but this is your basic flood concept. He's holding the underneath coverage. You're really hoping to get the out here. Morehead State looks like they're in a cover 6, so cover 2 over here and quarters over here, and really quarters over here. Kind of hard to tell. This safety's kind of in the middle of the field, but either way, deep over down here. You're trying to get the out, and Racanelli's on a deep corner, and then you got your ghost flat down here by Stevie Rocker, or your arrow, whatever you want to call it. Your arrow down here by Stevie Rocker. Evan Schaefer's open. I mean, if you're really going through your keys, I'm almost positive that this corner jumped this. He jumped this out, and then this safety is going to take this deep corner, and then you don't have Stevie Rocker on the arrow down here. You got Evan Schaefer though. If you're really going through, you're probably reading 1, 2 to 3 to 4. I'm guessing 1, 2, 3, 4, or that's got to be how you read it. You read it top to bottom. 1 to the corner, down to 2 to your out, down to 3 to your deep over. So if you're really going through your numbers, the safety took the corner. That's 1. He's out. 2, that corner jumped the out. He's out. That's 2. 3, Evan Schaefer's open. Get him the ball. And maybe I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they were talking about how when I did my North Dakota State breakdown, I gave Clifton McDowell the benefit of the doubt on not being able to see. And that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, maybe he couldn't see this here. But then when you do finally get to your arrow to Stevie Rocker, it's not a great pass, and it's incomplete on 2nd and 4. I mean, I'm not a quarterback, and I know, having your hips like this to be able to make this throw is tough. This is really just all arms throwing this ball, but you want to complete this. This seems fairly easy. Really, to me, it's very simple. You really should have hit Evan Schaefer here. He's wide open. All you gotta do is put the ball in the air and get it to him, get it into his chest. But you don't throw it. For some reason, you didn't throw it. You didn't like it, and it ends up being incomplete on 2nd and 4. When you had it. 3rd and 4 coming up. And Junior Bergen's just going to drop it. They're going to run, looks like a spot from Keelan White. Looks like a slant from Junior Bergen on the inside. Looks like a slant on the backside with an arrow over here. Not so sure what the coverage is, but Junior Bergen's open. He's got to make that catch. 100% got to make that catch. 4th and 4 coming up from Montana. And here you go. They're running that, I don't know if I would call this a naked boot, but it's not a naked boot, but it's a boot. He's got protection here from this is tight end. He's got protection here from Evan Schaefer on the boot. They got the arrow from Stevie Rocker in the deep corner from Keelan White. He this time throws the arrow a little sooner, gets the ball into his hands, and Stevie Rocker gets upfield for really good yardage on 4th and 4. Really good conversion there from Montana. That's their second 4th down conversion of the game. And then here you go. They're going to run an inside zone to Stevie Rocker. Really good block here from Liam Brown. Watch this domination right here. Watch this. Bury him. Really, really good job there from Liam Brown. And then, you got your center getting upfield, getting on that linebacker. Really good block here from Evan Schaefer, your tight end. Just opening up that hole for Stevie Rocker. And Stevie Rocker's going to get a little stiff arm in there on the corner. And then fall forward inside the 15-yard line, inside the 10-yard line, right around the 10-yard line. You go, 2nd and goal coming up for Montana. They're going to hand it off to Nick Osmo. Really, look at this move right here. So, stretch to the outside, stretch, and, this is a one-on-one. I think this is their safety, McClelland. He's got a one-on-one play here with Nick Osmo. And I think he honestly stepped on his guy's foot right there. He did. Okay, he tripped on his guy's foot. I like to be fair. It does look like he got broke here by this juke, which still might have been the case. We're not going to totally discount it, but he did trip over his guy's foot. You can clearly see he tripped. But really good move from Nick Osmo. Really good blocks here from Evan Schaefer and your tackle in your guard. Evan Schaefer here in your guard. And then Brandon Casey, your first team all-conference tackle, playing like it. And getting a good block there, sealing up that edge. That corner, this safety wanted none of this. This safety wanted none of this. If he did, he could have made a better effort to try to get him. He kind of slowed down. And Nick Osmo falls forward into the end zone. Really good job. 2nd and 15 coming up for Morehead State. They got a penalty on 1st down. And, they're not going to get much of anything on 1st down. Riley Wilson's in there with the help of, I think this might be Mata Atha, I think, was in there on that tackle. Either way, 3rd and 14 coming up for Morehead State. Montana's going to play coverage. Looks like they're playing a cover 3. Got a lot of coverage underneath, but a deep cover 3 down here. And they're going to get the sack. Hayden Harris is going to get in there and get the sack. So he's going to get the inside move on this tackle. This is a freshman left tackle. Young guy, doesn't know too much. You would think that you kept the running back in to help with exactly that. He literally watches this guy. This to me seems like selfish football because, you see your guy get beat. That's the reason you're checking for protection for things like this. He must have already had his eyes on getting out of the backfield because he gets out of the backfield to run his route as a D lineman, D end, and Hayden Harris is running right by him. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what this is. Why are you checking for protection if when the opportunity to actually protect comes up, you're not going to do it. Please explain that to me. Either way, Hayden Harrison gets the inside move on the young tackle, and he's going to get the sack. Great play on 3rd and 14 right there. 1st and 10 coming up for Montana. And, Logan Fife's just going to miss Xavier Harris here. Xavier Harris isn't trying to run into coverage. He's really open right now. I'm not so sure what the route is because I don't think there was anybody on the outside. Oh, yeah, there is somebody on the outside of him. Might have been just like a box concept or, like a quick slant concept, and he didn't want to run to be covered, didn't want to run into the traffic in there. Logan Fife really tried to anticipate him going inside. They're not on the same page, but it's a miss right here. They're running the spot concept at the top, but they're not going to hit there. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're going to hand it off to Eli Gilman on what looks to be outside zone. And he's stiff-arming a couple of guys to get free. He's getting contacted in the backfield. This guy just shot upfield, wasn't able to make the play, but shot through the line, stiff-arming that safety, and getting upfield. Really good job. Really good job from Eli Gilman. 1st and 10 coming up. Eli Gilman is going to bounce it out. They're running inside zone. This looks like a false start now that I watch it. A little bit of a false start. He's a little early. Either way, really good. They're running inside zone. Once again, like they've done a few times this game, you're going to see Mr. Fanati later in this game do a little bit of this, but bouncing it outside, and then Eli Gilman's running untouched into the end zone. Really, really good job there. Really, really good job there. Nobody's going to touch him the whole run. Good job. 22-yard touchdown run for Eli Gilman. 1st and 10 coming up, and they're running split zone once again, and he's getting decent yardage on 1st down, 5 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 5 coming up for Morehead State. They're going to run the read option. The quarterback's going to keep it. Split zone read option once again, and quarterback keeps it, and Rostad and TJ Roush combine for the tackle. Really good job. 3rd and 1 coming up for Morehead State. Split zone. And they're going to be short of the line to gain. Really good play here from the Montana linebacking core and D-line. They're running a stunt there with, I think that's number 90. No, that's Pat Hayden and Anders Lehrman running that stunt there. And, Ryan T-Well's right there playing his keys, not getting mesmerized by the split zone or anything like that. Just keeping your eyes disciplined and making the tackle with the help of a bunch of D-linemen. They punted away. There's a minute left in the quarter, a minute left in the half, really the quarter. And, there's some other things that, I have issue with. You got this out. You're trying to run a 2-minute drive. This is not good. And I'm not trying to pile on. I'm just trying to be as fair as I possibly can. This is not great. And this is not how you coached it. This is not what you want. You're running this out. It's low and inside. This keeps the clock running. Look at that. Look at him moving his hand like that. This keeps the clock running. You're trying to do a 2-minute drive. You're running your more fade out concept. Give him a good ball. Let him keep running. Let him stay up. He has to you would have damn near preferred Xavier Harris to drop this. You're playing against Morehead State, so it's fine, with a 2-minute drive. But with a better team, when you have to be more dialed, this is not great. And I really don't think this is great. It's a completed pass, but it's low and inside on an out that you really would hope that he could catch and run out of bounds. I don't like that. I don't think it looked great right there. 2nd and 7 coming up. Gonna get it out to, you're gonna run, I think they're running their curl concept. So, you got your horizontal stretch with the arrow right here. You're running a curl down here from Keelan White, and you're running a curl up top. So you got your horizontal stretch coming here from your running back, and then the curl coming from Aaron Fonts. They both drop super deep on the curl here. He's really your curl flat defender, and then you got your, really looks like man coverage down here, or cover 3, and he's just playing man on this side of things. But Nick Osmo's wide open. He gets the catch on the arrow for the 1st down and a little bit more. 1st and 10 coming up, 46 seconds to go in the half. And once again, low and inside. I'm not a quarterback, so I don't know what, the footwork should be. I don't know exactly, but I do know you don't want this low and inside. Give him a good ball so he can catch it and get out of bounds. And I will also mention this corner's jumping a lot of stuff. Like, he's playing in a third. Obviously, he's getting the ball off fast, so the corner's just making a smart play. But this corner was jumpy. I would have double moved him. They didn't double move him. I would have tried to get a double move on that corner. Either way, low and inside. That keeps him inbounds once again, and the clock continues to run. 2-minute drive. Montana ended up using a timeout there to save time. You know, you see Houck right there, right after that play, calling timeout, using it. I don't think he was very happy about it, but they used the timeout. They're not even past the 50-yard line right now, and they got 42 seconds left and 1 timeout to go. So here you go. Not so sure what the route concept is. I can't really see it, but low and inside with pressure in his face. You know, I don't know if this is a boot or just really looks like a drop back pass. He started to roll out. Morehead State's kind of running this stunt. They're going to loop this guy all the way back around, which it works. He's not going to get there, but trying to throw it to the running back on this arrow, or it might be an out, but it's not going to be completed. Incomplete pass on 2nd and 8. 3rd and 8 coming up. And you got a deep out to Keelan White. They don't have the full play on here. Deep out to Keelan White. It was a little inside. I might,
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.
Town Pump. Right down the road. Pump it up. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not trying to pile on, but once again, ball's not completely outside, not leading him outside. This is a 2-minute drive. Like, you want to lead him outside. He's having to wait on the ball. If you hit him in stride, I can't see the full play, which I wish I could. If you hit him in stride, he's able to get out of bounds. Instead, he has to wait on the ball, and he's being brought down inbounds. It's a first down, so the clock stops, but once the play starts again, the clock's going to continue to run, which it is. So 25 seconds to go in the quarter. He gets the ball to Aaron on what looks to be a box route, running a box corner concept. So box right here, corner. Xavier Harris took it high because of the way they're playing it. They're really like bracketing him, but it looks like they're in a cover 6 once again here. I'm not so sure why this guy is carrying him. Not so sure. Their coverages are kind of weird, but this definitely is cover 2 down here. Cover 2 down here. Looks like quarters up here, but they're playing a little differently. But Aaron Fonts makes the catch and gets forward for another first down. They kill it after that, which means dead the ball, and they have 16 seconds to go. We're gonna throw the deep shot to Aaron Fonts, who really wins there. He wins, but the ball is too far over his head. This reroute might have hurt him a little bit. I like that he took the chance on this ball, but maybe give him more of a catchable ball. Aaron Fonts is open. That's something that we did not see from Montana during this game, and didn't really see it during the North Dakota game. Didn't really see it during the Missouri State game. They haven't really been hitting a lot of deep field shots downfield on any fades or anything like that. So that's something that is a bit concerning from the standpoint of an objective viewer. Here you go. I like this. I like even more than him getting it to Racanelli, which I think is a really, really good play, really good ball from Logan Fife. He's got to reset the pocket and then zip the ball in there. Really good job. Really good job from Racanelli, too, not to run to be covered. He's on this deep over here. You got the under from Keelan White. Keelan White's going to keep going. Racanelli feels that he's open. He sees the quarterback, sees him. He stops. He sees, obviously, he's looking before he gets over there. He sees that coverage, that curl flat defenders over there. He's covering your zone where you want to run. Stop, get the ball. But even more than that, if you can see, Xavier Harris is wide open in the middle. Wide open. He might catch it and run for a touchdown. Maybe not, though, because you got this defender in the middle, so maybe not. He wasn't open. Let me take that back. He's not open. He gets it to Racanelli. It's a good ball. Really good job there. First down. Really good job. They take the timeout. They kick the field goal, and they missed. So it's still a 39-0 lead in this second half. We're not going to watch any Morehead State drives. This drive, we're going to watch the last couple of drives. We're going to watch a Logan 5 drive here. We're going to watch a Kiali'i Ayat drive next, and then we're going to break down a little bit of that running back. But once again, to start the drive, they're going to run this hook. They're going to run this hide route from their tight end, and it's low and incomplete. You got a clean pocket, and your base isn't, I don't know quarterback play. His base looks pretty good here. I don't know quarterback play. I don't know, but this ball is low, and it seems like a very easy completion. I don't know why you can't complete this, but it seems like a very easy completion to me, who played receiver. That seems easy to me. You run it to Nick Osmo inside here on a little inside zone, and he's getting about 7 yards on second down. 3rd and 3 coming up. Tight bunch down here. And they're going to take the sack. Morehead State either wasn't set or they're running a stunt here. I don't think they were 100% set. Either way, you're just letting guys run by you once again. This is what we saw last week, and this is Morehead State. You're going to win this game by 40. Everybody understands that. But these are things that you want to see get cleaned up. Why is this guy running free? 2 guys touch him, and he still gets a free run to the quarterback. Somebody's got to know that's him. If there's nobody on you, where are you at, center? If it's not our guard, Grimsrud, if it's not Montana's guard, Grimsrud, it's got to be the center. It's got to be somebody, man. There's only 4 rushing on this play. 5, 1 came late. But, this should be picked up, man. This should be very simple, easy pass protection. Very simple, easy pass protection. I'm not a lineman. I've never played lineman. I've never coached lineman. But 2 guys put a hand on this guy. Somebody's got to block him. That seems like basic football to me. It seems very easy. Either way, that guy's going to create the pressure, and that late rusher on the outside, I think it was their corner or their safety, bringing the late pressure on the outside, is going to come in and get the sack. Tough play there for Montana. Tough play. Here you go. Montana's got the ball inside the 5. Ayat's going to put together a drive here. Nick Osmo gets the handoff. He's going to have somebody in his face right at the onset of this play, and he's not going to get any yardage. Maybe not even a yard on that play. 2nd and 10 coming up. They're going to hand it off once again to Nick Osmo, who's then going to drive forward and get about 9 yards on second down. 3rd and 1 coming up. They hand it off to Osmo on what looks to be inside zone, blocking everybody down, and he gets the first down. Really good job on 3rd and 1. 1st and 10 coming up. They got Stevie Rocker in the game now. Ayat's going to drop back. They're running the spot concept up at the top. They get it to Keelan White. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, just like that. 6 yards, 7 yards on first down. 2nd and 3 coming up for Montana. They're going to run the more out concept once again. Tight turn here from Xavier Harris. They've coached this play up really well by the Montana coaching staff, and those slot receivers are running it well. Xavier Harris and Junior Bergen are running it well. Tight turn here, but Xavier Harris, like you see all the time, him and Junior Bergen both, he gets the ball in his hands. He's able to make things happen. Makes a guy miss, gets upfield for really good yardage. Great job right there from Xavier Harris. 1st and 10 coming up for Montana. Stevie Rocker once again is going to get a little pressure in the backfield from this defender, this outside, this end right here, this linebacker for Morehead State. Really, probably could have got a block in the back here. Either way, Stevie Rocker is going to make a couple people miss and get upfield for really good yardage. It's almost like all the running backs really had their own drive in this game. Gilman had his drives early. Rocker, this is going to be really his drive right here where he's really going to get some really good yardage. And then you had Osmos kind of had his chunk plays. He kind of had his chunk plays in the 2nd quarter. But really good run there after the catch on the swing route. And he's getting upfield for close to first down yardage. 2nd and 1 coming up. And I really like this play from Ayat. So he's going to reset the pocket a little bit, but he's going to keep his eyes downfield. You got this over coming across from Keelan White. So you got the hitch up top from Racanelli. You got this under coming in underneath from Xavier Harris. And then you got this in route from Keelan White. Ayat's going to reset the pocket, get a little bit outside, and find his guy who keeps working across the field. Really good job on 2nd and 1 for the first down. 1st and 10 coming up. Hand it off to Stevie Rocker, who's going to run up the middle and be untouched into the end zone. Really, really good job. Little split zone once again for Montana. Split zone, tight end coming across, and Stevie Rocker walks into the end zone. Really, really good job there. Really, really good job there. Now it's Malai Fanati's time to shine. Split zone. They're just going to force feed him the ball. And his first run of the game is just a bruising run. Split zone, getting inside. Linebacker's going to try to come in. Safety's going to try to come in and tackle him. No sweat. Another safety's going to try to come in and tackle him. He gets run over by Fanati, and he gets really good yardage on his first career run. Really, really good job for Fanati. 2nd and 1 coming up. Going to hand it off to him again. And the hole is opened wide up, split zone once again. And, he's bruised. He's falling forward for, once again, another 10 to 11-yard run. 1st and 10 coming up. Going to hand it off to him again. He's patient inside. Good blocks in there. And he's getting upfield, running behind his shoulder pads. Really good job for another first down, another 10-yard run. 1st and 10 coming up. A little pre-snap motion. And more inside zone. He should have scored on this play. He gets tripped up right here from the safety. But once again, another 10-yard run. 15-yard run from Fanati. He had about 50 rushing yards on this drive. This was a touchdown also, but he had about 50 rushing yards on this drive. I think he ended with 53 rushing yards on this drive, and he had carried the ball like 7 or 8 times. They were just force feeding him the ball. This was a touchdown. When you go back and look at it, it's a touchdown. This was a touchdown. They cheated him. These refs missed this right here. You watch it, his knee never comes down, and the first time he hits the ground is the ball is across the plane. That's the first time any part of his body is hitting the ground, is across the plane. The first time. Should have been a touchdown. They didn't call it a touchdown. They missed it. They ruled him down on the 1-yard line. He doesn't end up scoring here. They try to hand it off to him right there. They missed the play. It was a little fast. They try to hand it off to him again here out of this tight T formation. He's not going to get it. And then they're going to, on 4th and goal, try to go for it again. I mean, this is how you want a fake to look. This is how you want a fake to look. Everybody's in the line of scrimmage. Everybody's down tight. They're in 32 personnel, 3 backs, 2 tight ends, T-tight formation, T formation, and the cameraman has no idea. The cameraman has absolutely no idea. The cameraman's trying to find the football. You don't get to see Ayat until they start handshaking. Look, he still lost. The cameraman still lost. Who scored? What happened this play? This is absolutely crazy. I want you to watch. Count it. 1, 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. 4, 1,000. 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000. Almost 10 seconds before the cameraman knew, oh wait, he doesn't have the ball. And I want you to watch this back end zone camera. Watch him too. He has absolutely no idea. Great fake from Ayat. He's like, where's the ball? Oh, there's the ball. He's already walking into the end zone. The only camera, they had the overtop camera in the back of the end zone that kind of had a good angle on it. But this is hilarious. The fact that he had no idea. Until he's dapping up, like, oh my gosh, man. Like, that's a fake right there. All right, here you go. More Fanati coming up. He's going to get really good yardage on this drive. They had like 13 minutes to start this drive, and they're going to have the ball until the game is over. Fanati, once again, making guys miss. Or actually, I think he's going to score here. He is going to score here, and then the next drive, they're going to have it with like 7 minutes. Here you go. Once again, inside zone. Not much right there. That was like one of the least yardage runs he had of the game. Actually, this is. Take that back. Here you go. On 3rd and 6, they're going to hand it off to him. And he's going to fall forward, close to first down yardage. They run a quarterback sneak. They get the first down. Back to Fanati. Man, making that first guy miss. No leg tackles. Driving those legs. Getting upfield. Making another guy miss. And falling inside the 10-yard line. Once again, split zone. Trying to get him that ball. He falls inside the 5-yard line. And then he's going to finish it off to get his first career touchdown. Really good job there. This guy looked really great. He finished the game, like I said earlier, with 24 carries, 176 yards, and a touchdown. Once again, they're going to start the drive off by handing it off to him. Let's watch it right here. So a little inside zone. They got a rusher coming on the outside. He's not going to make the play. Making a guy miss. Really good eye vision right here. Making that guy miss. Cutting back. Making another guy miss. Almost. And this guy gets the ankle tackle right there. Really good job from that player. Here you go. Once again, they're going to hand it off to him again. He didn't get his first carry until the middle of the third, close to the end of I think it was almost in the fourth quarter, but end of the third quarter, he didn't get his first carry, and he ended with the game with the most carries in the game. He had like 3 times as many carries as anybody else. I guess Osmo had 10, Gilman had 8, he had 24. So once again, not coming down for the first tackler, making that first guy miss, falling forward for really good yardage, close to first down yardage. Once again, they're going to hand it off to him. Inside zone, first down, on 3rd and 1. Once again, inside the 30, they're going to hand it off to him again, and he's getting about 8. Now, you could say, you know, these might be Morehead State's backups. You know, they're not playing against a great offense, whatever. I think this guy showed a lot for what he's able to do as a running back this game. Short of the first down right there. 3rd and 1, they give it to him again, and he's driving forward down inside the 10-yard line. They give it to him one more time for good measure, and he's down inside the 5. Montana would kneel it out and get the 59-2 dub. They actually kneeled it out, and they gave Morehead State the ball back. Morehead State was unable to do anything, and Montana's going to win the game. So, you know, one thing that I think was showed in this game, although he did throw the interception, you might call me biased. I have been saying this for the last couple of weeks. Outside of the first game in Missouri State, since the North Dakota game, I have been saying that I think they should ride with Ayat. Just based off what I've seen, we have a bigger sample size now. I mean, you look at the stats. Ayat was 9 for 11, 79 yards, a touchdown and an interception. The only blemish on that is really that interception. He would have been 9 for 10. Or maybe even 10 for 11 if he would have just threw the check down. Logan Fife was 9 for 16, 87 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Logan Fife was completed like 50% of his passes, and Ayat completed, I think his was like 80%, 87% or something like that of his passes. I think Ayat has looked better, just in a bigger sample size. I think they've looked better. I think he's looked better. I would run with Keali Ayat. That's my personal opinion based off what I've seen. The run game looked good. There's still some deficiencies with the pass protection that I think they need to get shored up. That is a major problem for Montana right now. They're not communicating effectively in pass protection, and you know it's a problem. It's troubling to see, but you know from every other standpoint, I think they've looked really good. I think defensively they looked much better. I think they tackled better on defense. They were able to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. But, you know, this is what you expect from Morehead State. Western Carolina just won a really big game against Elon, who's a really good team. So Western Carolina is coming into Montana to beat them. And, you know, they'll have to be buttoned up in this game. Western Carolina's got a really good quarterback. They've got a really good squad. So I'll be interested to see that game. Make sure you guys leave me a comment. Make sure you guys subscribe down below. Make sure you guys like the video. And I will catch you guys next week. See you later.